My brother, my sister, peace be with you in this unique moment of revelation. What I will share today can be the key to opening doors that were closed in your life, changing your financial journey surprisingly. Something powerful, deep and old, kept silent for centuries is about to be revealed. But before we start, I want you to allow yourself to feel the energy around you and open your heart to that truth. Have you ever stopped to reflect on why some people seem to attract effortlessly, while others, even though they strive to face invisible blocks that prevent them from achieving material success? The secret may be much closer than you think, in a sacred and personal place, your bed. That's right, where you spend a third of your life during sleep. The sanctuary of rest may be what is determining abundance or lack of it in your life. Padre Pio, an unmatched man of faith, whose hands were marked by the stigmas of Christ, shared a valuable secret with his most intimate disciples. And today, it is the time for you to know this transforming teaching. He knew that the positioning of the bed has the power to activate or block the flow of financial prosperity in our lives. This secret, known for centuries by ancient sages, remains a mystery to many, but now you have the opportunity to know this truth and apply it to your life. Let me tell a story that can change your way of seeing the world around you. Maria, a woman from Belo Horizonte, shared her experience. After changing the position of my bed, according to the guidelines I found, something amazing happened. After years stagnant in the same position, I received an unexpected promotion. And Jose from Porto Alegre also saw his life transform. The debts that tormented me began to disappear without explanation, as if a weight had been taken from my shoulders. What these people have discovered is not a coincidence. This is not luck, but something deeper, something spiritual and energetic. It is the power of sacred geometry applied to your daily life. Ancient cultures, including Feng Shui masters, Vedic traditions of India and esoteric schools in Europe already knew this, but this information was kept secret, protected by orders that knew how much knowledge could alter the material reality of any human being. Now your turn has come to unravel this mystery and use this power to change your life. However, there is a warning. Just as the correct position can open the doors to abundance, the wrong position can completely block your chances of prospering. A simple change in the way you organize your space can determine whether financial blessings flow to your life or if they dissipate quickly, like a current that leads to clean water. If you are wondering why you have never heard of it before, the answer is simple but disturbing. Those who hold worldwide financial power do not want you to know this truth. They do not want ordinary people to understand how to attract prosperity naturally, without relying on manipulative financial systems that keep them in a constant cycle of scarcity. Father Pio, in his infinite compassion for the suffering of the poor and needy, shared this secret with those who were willing to seek good, but his wisdom was kept secret so that few could know this path of financial transformation. Now you are about to learn something that can radically change your life. The position of your bed is more than just a detail in the decoration of your room. It is a spiritual key that can open the doors to a constant flow of abundance and prosperity. Imagine, for a moment, lying in your bed, knowing that you are aligned with the cosmic forces that govern the universe. Each night, while you rest, your energy aligns with the frequencies that attract wealth and dissipate the scarcity. This is more than a simple change of furniture. It is an act of energy reconfiguration that will redefine its relationship with material abundance. This teaching, though simple, carries immense power. By adjusting the position of your bed, you are signaling to the universe that is ready to receive the blessings that have been reserved for you. And what comes next, my sister, my brother, is the key that will open the doors of prosperity in your life. But before continuing, I want to ask for something simple but significant. Write in the comments now the word prosperity. It is not just a symbolic gesture, but a powerful act that aligns its intention with cosmic energies. In doing so, you are declaring your intention to attract abundance to your life. Now take a deep breath and continue with us. The secret that is coming will change the way you see your financial life forever. Now that you have understood the power that resides in the simple act of repositioning your bed, it is time to deepen the understanding of this transformation. When we talk about sacred geometry, we are referring to a set of ancestral principles that govern the harmony between the human being and the universe. These principles, although complex in their origin, manifest themselves simply and clearly in our daily lives, especially in the spaces we occupy. According to the teachings transmitted by Padre Pio, the environment in which you live, especially your room, has a direct relationship with the energies that flow within you. Each element in its space, from the position of the furniture to the walls of the walls, has a deep impact on its energy field. And the bed, being the resting place, is the center of this energy field. Padre Pio's secret, shared with his closest disciples, reveals that the position of bed is not just a matter of comfort, but of aligning himself spiritually with the forces that govern abundance and success. The most common error that many people make is not to take into account the magnetic orientation of the earth by positioning their furniture, especially the bed. When sleeping, our body tunes into the earth's magnetic field. The direction to which your head is turned can directly influence your patterns of thought and emotions, affecting your behavior and, consequently, your finances. Incorrect guidance can create an energy vortex that repels financial opportunities and prevents the abundance of manifesting itself in your life. Father Pio, with his deep wisdom, warned about the alignment of the bed with the magnetic poles of the earth. He taught that his head should be facing south or east, avoiding direction north, which he said creates a vital energy drainage channel. When you sleep with your head facing north, a negative flow of energy is created, which can result in financial blockages and unexplained difficulties in your life. But this is not the only reason why the bed position is crucial. The energy of the environment, especially the airflow and the arrangement of doors and windows, also plays an important role in creating a harmonic energy field. Feng Shui, one of the oldest environmental harmonization practices, teaches that the circulation of energy within a home must be free and fluid. The bed, being at the center of your rest, needs to be in a strategic position that allows the continuous flow of positive energy without blockages or distortions. A perfect example of how this teaching works is the story of Joseph, who lives in Porto Alegre. For years, he has faced financial difficulties and obstacles in his professional life. The business he had started seemed to always be on the brink of success, but something always happened to prevent its growth. When he heard Father Pio's teachings about bed positioning, he decided to experiment. Jose repositioned his bed according to the guidelines received. In a few days, he began to realize subtle but powerful changes. Customers who had disappeared from their life returned, and new business opportunities began to emerge. In a short period of time, he was able to expand his business and resolve old debts that have plagued him for years. All this happened after he made a simple change in his room, aligning his bed correctly. This is not magic or coincidence, but a spiritual principle that is present in all cultures. The energy of the universe, through sacred geometry, acts precisely and coordinated to create opportunities and prosperity for those who align with it. And by changing the position of your bed, you are creating a field of attraction to the blessings that await it. If you still have questions about the effectiveness of this teaching, carefully look at your own environment. How do you feel in your home? Feel welcomed, balanced, and full of positive energy, or is there a sense of stagnation and lack of prosperity? These sensations can be a reflection of your home's energy positioning, especially in relation to your bed. When you align yourself correctly with cosmic forces, you begin to perceive a transformation, not only in your space, but also in your finances and your life as a whole. Now, before continuing, I want to ask you to do something simple but significant. If you have felt some kind of change in your energy since you started reflecting on your bed's positioning, write the word transformation in the comments. This is not just a symbolic gesture, but an act of connection with the energies of the universe. In writing transformation, you are declaring your intention to align yourself with the prosperity that is already in your way. Now that we understand the importance of magnetic and energetic alignment, it is time to enter a fundamental aspect that is often neglected: spiritual protection. As we sleep, we are in a state of energetic vulnerability, and the environment around us has a profound impact on our spiritual and financial field. Father Pio, as a man deeply connected to the divine, knew that spiritual protection was essential to ensure that financial blessings flowed freely to people's lives. Your bed should not only be a place of rest, but also a refuge that protects your spirit from negative influences that can sabotage your finances and opportunities. The energy around your bed should be clean, harmonious, and protected from any kind of negative interference. This means that bed cannot be positioned in areas where there are external influences that may impair prosperity flow. For example, the bed should never be in a place where there are constant air currents or near doors that open directly to narrow runners, which can create an energy vortex that drains financial vitality. But there is something even deeper that Father Pio taught: the concept of spiritual protection during sleep. When we sleep, our soul is more susceptible to traveling to other dimensions and receiving spiritual influences. During this process, we are exposed to energies of various origins, including those that can undermine our finances and lead us to make wrong decisions. The incorrect position of the bed can open doors to these influences, creating a vulnerable field that harms your success. Imagine for a moment that your bed is an energy shield that should protect your soul during sleep. When the bed is in the wrong position, this shield weakens, allowing external energies to infiltrate its energy field. This can result in nightmares, wrong decisions, or even a feeling of tiredness when you wake up, as if something was sucking your energy. On the other hand, when your bed is positioned correctly, it creates a protection field that filters any negative influence. This does not mean that you will be immune to difficulties, but you will be in a stronger state and centered to face the challenges of life. You will be more receptive to financial and spiritual blessings, as the environment will be aligned to support your journey of prosperity. Now see how this applies to practice. Remember Antonio, the 58-year-old man who, after changing the position of his bed, saw his financial life change dramatically. Not only did he attract customers back, but has also been more able to make wise financial decisions. What happened to him is not a chance. The change in bed position has brought with it a protective force that helped sail the financial complexities more clearly and confidence. Jose from Porto Alegre also experienced this spiritual protection. After changing the position of his bed, he realized that his decisions began to flow more intuitively. He was more confident of making financial decisions, and his life began to have more synchronicity, as if the universe were conspiring to help him. These transformations happen because the correct position of the bed activates a spiritual protection field that filters negative influences and promotes a deeper connection with the flow of abundance. By following Padre Pio's teachings, you are creating a safe space where prosperity energies can come in without obstacles. By understanding the impact of spiritual protection, you begin to realize that it is not just about moving a furniture, but of creating a harmony and safety environment. When your room is balanced, you create an atmosphere of peace and stability that promotes prosperity. On the contrary, when the environment is disordered and energetically unbalanced, this reflects in its emotional state and its finances, creating invisible blockages and obstacles. Therefore, the position of the bed goes beyond geometry and magnetic energies. It connects directly to spiritual protection, ensuring that its energy field is strong enough to resist the negative influences that try to undermine its success. This protection can also be reinforced by other elements of the environment, such as plants and space organization. But the first step will always be to ensure that your bed is in the correct position. If you feel that, after understanding this principle, you are already more aware of how the environment around you can impact your finances and your spiritual life, write the word protection in the comments. In doing so, you are affirming your intention to create a protection field in your life, allowing the blessings of prosperity to flow without impediments. Now that you have understood the importance of spiritual protection, get ready for the next step, where we will explore even more deeply how to adjust your environment to attract abundance. Do not lose, for what will come next is the key to a radical transformation in your financial and spiritual life. We have reached a crucial point on our journey of transformation. Now that we already understand magnetic alignment, spiritual protection, and the importance of the harmonious environment, it is time to deepen our understanding of how to create a true attraction channel for financial prosperity. This concept goes beyond the simple repositioning of furniture. It is a profound change in the way you connect with the universal flow of abundance. Padre Pio, throughout his life, shared teachings that went beyond the traditional spiritual aspects. He understood that the physical environment had a direct influence on material well-being, and that prosperity was not just a matter of luck, but a manifestation of universal spiritual laws. Creating a wealth attraction channel means aligning yourself with these laws, consciously and deliberately, so that the flow of abundance between your life constantly and without resistance. What does it mean then to create this attraction channel? Simply put, it is about preparing your environment to become a magnet for financial opportunities. This involves not only the positioning of the bed, but also the organization and care of every detail of the space where you live. Feng Shui teaches that energy needs to circulate freely throughout the environment without obstructions or blockages, so that prosperity can enter fluidly. This includes ensuring that your space is free of objects that symbolize stagnation or scarcity, old clothes, broken furniture, and any item that refers to something negative or in disuse should be removed from the environment. These objects often create energy blocks that prevent the flow of abundance in their lives. By getting rid of everything that no longer serves, you are creating space for the new, for the opportunities that are waiting for you to be attracted to you. Father Pio taught that the mind and spirit must be in tune with the environment. When your room is organized, clean and distracted-free, your mind becomes clearer and your ability to attract prosperity increases. Every action of yours, from the movement of the furniture to the care of the small details, sends a message to the universe that you are ready to receive. This is the first key to unlocking prosperity in your life. In addition, the alignment of space with natural forces, such as sunlight, the position of windows, and even the type of decoration, also play a crucial role in the creation of this field of attraction. According to spiritual masters, sunlight represents the clarity and enlightenment of the mind, and when your room is bathed by sunlight, you are symbolically allowing prosperity to enter your life. The use of colors that convey balance and serenity, such as green and blue, also helps to strengthen this channel of abundance. A classic example of this process of transformation comes from Luisa, a businesswoman who, after facing 3 consecutive bankruptcies, decided to apply Padre Pio's teachings. She began to change her bed, which was positioned to block the energy flow in her home. Then it made adjustments in other aspects of its space, such as the removal of broken objects and the reorganization of furniture. In a few months, luck began to smile at Luisa. Not only did their finances begin to improve, but new business opportunities came from where she least expected. Luisa's process of transformation was not magical, but a series of spiritual and energetic changes that opened the door to prosperity. By aligning her environment with the spiritual laws of abundance, She connected with the flow of wealth that has always been within her reach. This process is not exclusive to Louisa. Anyone can follow the same steps and transform their financial life. Now I would like you to reflect on your own environment. Do you feel energized and inspired when you enter your room, or is there a feeling of blockage and stagnation? If you feel that there is still something that is preventing the entry of prosperity, it may be time to make some changes. Remember, your space is a reflection of your inner state. When you organize and harmonize your environment, you are sending a message to the universe that you are ready to attract prosperity. I want you to write in the comments now the word abundance, not only as a symbolic gesture, but as a powerful statement that reinforces its intention to create a channel of rich attraction in your life. Write abundance and know that by doing so, you are aligning yourself with the cosmic forces that govern prosperity. We have reached the last step of this transforming journey, and now is the time to consolidate everything we have learned so far. The true financial transformation does not happen overnight. It is a continuous process that requires commitment, patience, and the constant application of the principles we discuss. Father Pio knew that better than anyone. He taught that true prosperity is built not only through physical actions, such as moving the bed or organizing space, but also through internal change, a renewal of mind and spirit. Now that you've adjusted the position of your bed, you have created a harmonious environment in line with the laws of abundance. It's time to strengthen your relationship with prosperity at a deeper level. What you are going to do next is not just a spiritual practice, but a commitment to your financial transformation. You should align with abundance every day, keep your mind focused on success and its clear intention. Daily gratitude practice is one of the greatest secrets to maintaining this flow of prosperity in constant movement. When you wake up, before you get out of bed, take a short break and say aloud, "I'm grateful for everything I have and everything to come. Prosperity flows to me easily." In doing so, you are establishing a daily connection with the forces governing abundance. This simple gesture, when practiced with sincerity, has the power to open doors and bring unexpected opportunities to your life. Also, remember that abundance is not just a matter of money. True prosperity also involves well-being, health, love, and relationships. When you align with the cosmic energies of prosperity, all that is good and positive begins to flow to your life. Financial wealth is just part of the picture. When you change your mindset to abundance, you begin to realize that life is full of opportunities in all areas, not just in financial. Another essential point that Padre Pio emphasized was the importance of maintaining a pure and disinterested heart. Prosperity must be seen as a blessing to all, not just for the individual benefit. The generosity and sharing of the blessings you receive are essential to ensure that the flow of abundance is constant. By sharing with others, you multiply what you have, and the universe, in return, opens even more doors for you. Many people who applied these Padre Pio teachings have begun to notice extraordinary changes in their lives. A good example of this is the case of Dona Aparecida, a widow who, after applying Padre Pio's guidelines, saw her financial life change radically. Not only did she avoid losing her home, but also received an unexpected compensation that guaranteed her financial security. Most impressive it is that she did not use any complex or expensive method. She only repositioned her bed and reorganized her environment according to the spiritual laws of abundance. What happens then when you apply these changes consistently and with the clear intention of attracting prosperity? The answer is simple. You start experimenting with a real transformation. The doors that were closed begin to open. Opportunities that seemed out of reach are beginning to materialize. Wealth begins to flow, not only in financial terms, but also in happiness, health, and peace of mind. I know you're wondering, can this really work for me? The answer is yes. This is the power of alignment with the forces of the universe. This is not a magic formula, but a process of reconnecting with the spiritual laws that govern abundance. When you align yourself correctly, it all starts to fit perfectly. Now I want you to make a last reflection. Look around you, in your environment. See the energy you created with the adjustments you made. Feel the difference. Are you feeling lighter, more fluid energy? You are ready for the next phase of this journey, where prosperity will become a natural and constant part of your life. To further strengthen this transformation, write in the comments now the word achievement. In writing this word, you are saying to the universe that you are ready to manifest your life of prosperity and success. This simple gesture reinforces its intention and marks the beginning of a new phase on its financial journey. Finally, I want to thank you for following this video so far. If you have felt that this message has touched your heart and are ready to transform your life, I ask you to subscribe to the channel and enable notifications. But more than that, share this knowledge with those you love. When you share this wisdom, not only helps others, but also multiplies the blessings in your life. Share your stories in the comments. How have you applied these teachings in your life? What has changed? Let us together build a community of prosperity and transformation. From this moment on, you are ready to live the abundant life that God has prepared for you.